Good evening. Welcome to the 2020 celebration of philanthropy. My name is Emily Crabtree. I'm the Executive Director, and on behalf of the Board of Directors, we welcome you to tonight's event. Thank you for clicking in with us and taking the time. In a normal year, we wouldn't be sitting in your living room and me in my office having this conversation and celebration, but rather we'd be at Take 16, sharing a beverage, sharing stories, listening to each other celebrate the gifts and the strong work of our community in this last year. But we're not. It's 2020 and COVID-19 has put a different twist on this year. So tonight's stories are even more important to you, the donors, the people who have made this happen. This is what tonight is about. It's about you, our donors, our friends, our relationships with the Luverne Area Community Foundation. And we thank you for your relationship with us. We take it very seriously, and we love to celebrate with you at the end of every year. So that's what tonight's about. You're going to hear some grant stories, some stories of COVID community crisis money that was given. You're going to hear about some awards that we gave for outstanding leadership, especially in lieu of COVID-19. And yeah, we're going to just share all the good things that we've done in a difficult year. So with you at home, we'll raise a glass, we'll say thank you, and please enjoy the stories, your commitment, and the difference we're making in our community.
Hi, I'm Don Dinger. I represent the Luverne Baseball Association. We purchased a Superstar field prep machine, which is a great machine for getting fields ready. It's a multi-purpose machine. It levels, scarifies, helps with drainage. It has a cutter on it that cuts edges, so we have a lot of built up along the edges of the sod that are unsafe, so we can cut that out and make nice smooth edges. We use it on 9 fields, girls softball, all the Little League fields and all the city fields, and just helps out in safety with the kids, makes the fields look a lot nicer, smoother, helps with drainage so we can possibly get some games in when it rains so we can get the water off there. Just a really nice, really cool tool that we use.
Hi, my name is Linda Wenzel, and I work for ACE of Southwest Minnesota, which stands for Advocating, Connecting, and Educating as a Voice for Our Seniors and Volunteer Service Opportunities. The grant that we received was updating the Rock County Adult Resource Directory with correct contact information and adding website information so families could assist their loved ones in their journey. It had not been updated since 2017. It has really impacted the community because I've received thank you calls from assisted living communities and financial service organizations thanking us for the updated version. It's very useful and user-friendly tool in their day-to-day interactions with their senior population. And my intent is to have all of the copies distributed before year end, and will include a copy in the 250 caregiver support gift bags that we will be distributing to Rock County residents in December. And I want to thank LACF so much for their generous support and assisting our seniors in their journey. Thank you.
So my name is Angela Knowles. I work as the integrated health therapist at the Sanford Luverne Clinic, and I work under the Love One, Love All nonprofit organization in town that's working on inspiring change to poverty within our community. So we received $570 from the Community Crisis Fund to be able to support our community in the midst of crisis and COVID. We were able to use those funds to develop wellness baggies that went out throughout the community that included different items for wellness and stress relief, but also included information about local and national resources for mental health and wellness. We then put these together also for the school staff to be able to give them some support and some resources to keep themselves well during a stressful academic year that was approaching and that has now taken place partly. And then the last of our funds we recently used during the election cycle. We were able to do something called Signs of Kindness, where we put out yard signs that encouraged kindness and love in the midst of a very polarized election, and to just ensure that our community here seeks to support one another even in the midst of differing views, because that's been a big point of contention and mental strife. So that has been the use of our $570. We've truly appreciated all the community support and the grant dollars provided through LACF.
I'm Lorna Bryan, representing the Hardwick American Legion Auxiliary. Our grant project was 25 stackable chairs and a chair dolly. The new chairs replaced our old metal chairs that were about 50 years old. And now we will have safer chairs at the Legion Hall for our veterans and older community members at all of our events held at the Legion Hall. I would personally like to thank the LACF donors for helping us purchase these stackable chairs to add to the 53 stackable chairs we received last year. Thank you.
My name is Amanda Steensma, and I'm here on behalf of the Luverne Hockey Club. So our grant project was purchasing a self-operating camera system so that we could live stream events at the Blue Mound Ice Arena. Now we purchased the same system that the Luverne School operates in both of its gymnasiums. This allows subscribers to watch events at the school as well, not just hockey and figure skating. And we first started discussion of a camera system so that people could watch events if their schedules didn't allow them to attend in person. But now with capacity regulations, it's truly become a lifeline, I think, especially for grandparents to be able to watch their grandkids' activities. So thank you, LACF donors. This project was possible because of you. Thank you so much for keeping us all connected.
Hi, my name is Lois Leonards. I am the nurse at Hills Beaver Creek School, and we were awarded the grant for the flu clinic for our students. We did this with Sanford Luverne Medical Center, and we immunized 197 students for our flu clinic this year. And this is so helpful to us because it's hard for parents to get kids in to the clinic to get those flu vaccine. So even if they are covered by insurance, it's just so much easier if they can get this done at school. Our staff, our community, our parents especially so appreciate this. And this is just a really important event for us, and especially this year with COVID. But we really, really appreciate you allowing us to have this grant for our kids.
My name's Lori Jensen, and I'm the clinic director at Sanford in Luverne. And this year we were the recipient of a grant to fund purchase of a new bladder scanner. Our original bladder scanner that we use almost daily in the clinic was purchased in 2007, and the parts and the equipment itself were sunsetted, and we knew that if we had any repairs, which it was needing frequently, that we were going to be unable to support it. So we applied for a grant through the foundation for purchase of a new bladder scanner, and we were awarded that grant. We received that bladder scanner a couple months ago, and it's just an amazing upgrade from what we bought 13 years ago. And the staff have really enjoyed getting to know it, the new technology, and the expanded operation that it's able to provide for us. The physicians, all the family medicine physicians use the bladder scanner. As probably our primary user is our OBGYN, and then Dr. Lindemann, who is our urologist and comes on outreach from Sioux Falls. And we want to thank the foundation for purchase of the new machine for us.
My name is Ross Metzger. I represent the City of Hills. The grant was to take our baseball field is making a multi-purpose baseball field, softball combo. I appreciate the grant money that you had given us. It is going to impact all ages because it's going to be the 10U, the 12U, the junior high. Also, it's going to be for the Border League softball men's fast pitch. So I'm just making this a multi-purpose field instead of just a baseball field. And we have started on it, and it's slow going, but I've had a lot of volunteers that will continue to help me. Hopefully next summer we can have a lot of baseball games on that field. I really appreciate the grant money you had given us. It keeps everybody excited. I am looking forward to next summer if we can play baseball.
My name is Sean Kinsinger. I'm the Executive Director of the Historic Palace Theater here in Luverne, Minnesota. And this year we received a grant for new signage to label different areas of the theater. And that is a great asset to us as we build our fan base outside of Luverne. A lot of people will come into town, they're not familiar with the inside of the theater, so we've got these nice, very classy signs to label things like restrooms, concessions, and even the bar when we serve alcohol at certain events. This just adds another layer of ambiance to the inside of the theater because it works real well with our decor that we have in there, the Art Deco. The signs were done very nice to fit right in, and it looks great. Can't wait for everybody to see them.
Hi, my name is Sheila Westfield. I'm a registered nurse and the Director of Nursing from Sanford Luverne Medical Center. I would like to thank the Luverne Area Community Foundation for helping Luverne Hospital to purchase a MetaNeb and 2 home sleep test devices. The MetaNeb is a device that a patient breathes in and out with during a nebulizer that helps to vibrate the chest so the patient can cough out any secretions that are stuck in their chest. The home sleep test device is a little device that's about the size of a cell phone. It straps onto a belt that they put around their chest, and they wear a probe on their finger to monitor their oxygen level, and then a cannula under their nose to help determine how much flow there is in and out of their nose while they sleep. So this helps them to determine if they would need to have a CPAP. So again, thank you to Luverne Area Community Foundation for helping us to purchase these items.
Dave Amatavia for the Luverne Fire Department, and the fire department received a grant for particulate hoods, which will protect firefighters from dangerous toxins that are in the smoke. Currently we just buy standard hoods for a cheaper amount. These hoods are going to provide much better protection for our firefighters on house fires, vehicle fires, and stuff with dangerous smoke. We're also picking up a pair of extrication gloves for every member on the department, which helps with speedy work of the rescue tools. Firefighting gloves are big and bulky. So we thank you for the money for the grant and supporting the fire department.
Hello, my name's Phil Paquette, school nurse at Luverne Public Schools, and we're able to partner with Luverne Area Community Foundation and Sanford Health here in Luverne to offer a flu shot clinic to all our students and staff at Luverne Public Schools. We've been partnering for around 10 years now to get this done, offering the flu shot to those uninsured or free of charge to any families that attend Luverne Public Schools and any staff that work there. Health professionals in and throughout the United States and throughout the world are saying that this is one of the most important years to be vaccinated against influenza. With all other health concerns going on, COVID related and otherwise, it's a big year to prevent what we can prevent and vaccinate as many students and staff in our school community and in the greater Luverne community as possible. So we're very grateful to receive the grant year after year from Luverne Area Community Foundation, and hopefully it will help to keep our students and our staff safe this winter.
My name is Jared Roseboom, and I'm the fire chief with the Hills Area Fire Department. Our grant this year was the purchase of a new automated external defibrillator, or AED, and improved collaboration with our partners at Rock County Ambulance. Having the same type of equipment that they have has allowed us to further train together. And this further training together has led to improved patient care out in the field. And secondly, and probably the biggest impact that this grant has had on our organization is that it's provided us with hope. As firefighters and first responders, these tools such as an AED provide us with hope. This has also provided hope for our community, that they can call 911 and know that well-trained and dedicated volunteers are going to show up with the proper tools and be able to make a difference in their life and to make their day just a little bit better. And all of that hope comes from donors like you. And so on behalf of the Hills Area Fire Department, we want to thank you for your contribution and for providing hope to our community.
Hi, I'm Corrine Bonema with the Luverne Farmers Market. And we are so thankful that we were able to receive funding from Luverne Area Community Foundation. The Farmers Market in February at our annual meeting decided to continue with the Power of Produce Club. We call that POP for short. They would receive a take-home project dealing with produce, And then they would also receive their token to go purchase the produce at the market with their $2 token. We were very pleased that we had 65 children enrolled, and that's half of the amount we've had in the previous years. This summer was something a little unusual. We noticed more ethnic groups and families attending the market, and those children were excited to be a part of the Pop Club. So for community impact, just the different variety of vegetables that people were coming to the market to shop for is all dealing with healthier eating habits, better food selections. We want to thank Luverne Community Foundation for all their funding for this project. Thank you so much.
I'm Sarah Anderson. I'm with Lutheran Social Service. I'm the regional manager for our LSS Meals Service for Southwest Minnesota, including all of Rock County. Our grant that we received from the Luverne Area Community Foundation has supported our emergency meals project, and that's very similar to the backpack program for kids where they get non-perishable food for the weekend. We provide the same for our elders in Luverne and Rock County. The funding we received from the foundation provided 2 emergency meals from May through October to each person on Meals on Wheels and to whoever from our senior dining clientele who requested one.
My name is Scott Loosbrock. I'm the manager of the Rock County Sportsman's Club. We were the recipient of a $1,500 grant for some new windows that we had purchased for the renovation of our gun club. We were in desperate need. I believe the windows were probably original windows, single pane windows, not very efficient. By the use of the grant money gave us the option to upgrade it, make it more efficient, and make it where we can leave the heat on all winter long now and be a facility that we can use year round. As far as benefiting the community, we have some other outside venues that come in, Hunter Safety, and they use the facility. So now we have the option to keep it open and use it throughout the year if they need to. And also in the spring when we have Youth Trap, it is usually the beginning of April and we have to have the heat on, and with the new efficient windows we can leave the water on and everything like a normal house. So we greatly appreciate the $1,500 that we got from the Luverne Community Foundation.
So my name is Elizabeth Shear. I am the Executive Director of Rock County Opportunities here in Luverne, and RCO has received 2 grants from LACF in 2020. We're especially grateful for these funds this year, with the pandemic causing us to shut our doors for several months, which in turn caused RCO to lose substantial revenue. The grants that we received from LACF helped us to purchase laptops to be used as loaners for our newly developed virtual services program. We can now offer critical socialization and continued skills training via Zoom for our clients, many of whom have not been out of their houses since March. We have gotten just incredibly positive feedback about this new program and the service delivery method, and we plan to continue that service delivery for anyone who wants to access services virtually, even beyond the end of the pandemic. And the second grant that we received will be used to purchase a new washer and dryer to allow more productivity and distancing within our laundry service. So having 2 sets of machines in 2 separate areas of our building will allow our clients and staff to remain safer while COVID is still a threat. And it also allows us to pick up more laundry clients in the community. So on behalf of RCO, I would like to extend a very sincere thank you to all who have donated to LACF to make these grants and the support of RCO possible. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Dennis Masson. I'm the mayor of Magnolia. Our grant request this year was to replace our park rules and rates signage. It had been piecemealed together for over the years and it was really getting weathered and looking bad. The posts were the original posts and they had actually almost rotted off. So we went and requested that, and then we went and got green treated posts and good green treated lumber and new signs, and it'll go and make it easy for everybody who comes into the park to view the rates and to read the rules and know what the rules are, and it'll be so that everybody knows what the rules are, where before some of them were getting pretty weathered and hard to read. So That was what we requested, and that's what it's going to do for our community.
I'm Dan LaRock.
And I'm Marie LaRock.
And we are the co-founders of Rock Ranch over in Hills, Minnesota. We are the fortunate beneficiaries of a number of grants from the Luverne Area Community Foundation. Latest grant is helping us bring our new Rock Ranch arena to life, and is specifically helping to support the needs of those who come to us who may be with mobility challenges, and helping us get a lift in place so that we might be able to host folks and give everyone the equal opportunity for a chance to partner and ride with a horse.
Hi, I am Pastor Dory Hall from the United Methodist Church, and we were blessed to have received a crisis grant from the Luverne Area Community Foundation for our monthly meals that we provide for our community. We've been doing this every month now for about 6 years, and it has grown into a tremendous time of fellowship for those who gather. With the crisis grant, we have been able to do additional advertising to share more information with other people. We've been able to purchase additional materials so that we can go out and actually deliver meals, or have people come and do takeout, which has been a wonderful thing because other people have come and checked on their neighbors and come and gotten a takeout meal to take to their neighbors, and to do a way of checking in with other people. So that has been a blessing as well. We have seen more faces over the time. We have given more takeout meals than we ever have before, and we continue to maintain our presence during this time of crisis. And we just feel tremendously blessed that the Luverne Area Community Foundation was able to provide that, so that we could continue doing that in a way that continued touching people's hearts and lives. And so we thank them very much for that.
Hi, my name is Jane Blank. I'm the city clerk for the city of Beaver Creek. Our grant request was for funding to help us complete the splash park that we have located between the city ballpark and the elementary school. We were looking for funding so that we could complete this, because we feel that this type of entertainment is something that families can enjoy, children alone, as well as people with even physical handicaps are able to enjoy a splash park. So we're very grateful for the funding that we did receive, and we're looking forward to having the park open the Memorial Day weekend in 2021. Thank you.
Hi, Dave Amatavia for the Luverne Hockey Association. We applied for a couple new hockey nets. Currently we have some nets that are worn with some holes in them. The nets are used for hockey games from ages about 7-year-olds on all the way up to varsity, so they're used at multiple levels at the ice arena, and it'll make for a good, fair, equal games with good quality nets. So the Luverne Hockey Club and the Hockey Association appreciate your help for the grant, and we thank you very much.
Hi, Lisa Dinger with Luverne Public School System. I'm the child guide. My job at the public schools is to work with high-risk kids and high-risk families and to help meet their needs. And we applied for a grant with the Luverne Area Community Foundation in the spring of 2020, and that grant was for Youth Scholarship Fund. And what that does is it allows every child to participate in any activity without any barriers. Well, when COVID hit, we received then more money from the Luverne Area Community Foundation through the Community Crisis Fund Relief. And what that did was it was for our Youth Scholarship Fund, but also for school supplies. When COVID hit, a lot of our families who are stressed and financially and emotionally in so many other ways, it was one less thing they had to worry about with asking help for kids for scholarshiping, also for school supplies coming into the year, and right now having to go distance learning or switching to hybrid. We have a lot more needs that need to go home with the kids for school supplies, and so we've been able to provide that. We want to thank the Luverne Area Community Foundation and all their funders. What you have done for these families and these kids to help them, the gap that continues to grow wider and bigger for those who have and those who have not, you're helping to decrease this and to take away all barriers for those to help equalize things. Thank you so much for what you do.
Well, my name is Jeremy Huff. I'm the Executive Director at Southwestern Youth Services in Magnolia. We had applied for the grant. We are attempting to get all of our education more online. Reason for that is we get a number of kids that come into the facility and are at different age ranges, at different intellectual abilities, things like that. Makes it very hard for the teachers to be able to, I guess, get both all their needs together at once. And what this will do is the programs that we're looking at will have the kids where they're working at their pace, working at their level. And it'll also free up a teacher where a teacher can go around and help each kid. The facility's been looking at it for a number of years, and just really taking a good look at how can we improve it, and hopefully with the kids that it'll build them some confidence with education, and that way when they do leave, they're somewhat caught up, or at least have some credits, and be able to move from there.
I'm Sean Kinsinger, Executive Director of the Historic Palace Theater in Luverne. And we receive funds through the Community Crisis Grant through LACF to purchase a sanitizing disinfectant misting machine that will help us quickly and efficiently disinfect and cleanse the entire theater very fast. It takes maybe 15 minutes for one person to do all of the seats in the theater. It's a very safe product to use. It's been okayed to be used around food products. And it's also very sensitive to the old wood in the theater, so we don't have to run the risk of ruining any of the great woodwork inside of our 100-plus-year-old building.
My name is Becky DeBoer, and I am the teacher and director at Little Lambs Preschool, and we were awarded a community crisis grant. And with this, we were able to purchase a portable sink and a couple air purifiers for our classrooms and some baby gates. And the portable sink is amazing because it allows our children to wash their hands properly and thoroughly numerous times a day with proper supervision. And the air purifiers, of course, keep our classroom air nice and clean. And the baby gates are used just to keep others from coming down into our hallways while our students are there. And this grant was such a saver for us because it allows us to keep our kids in school and keep them safe and healthy. And they have been healthy the whole time, which is amazing. And we just thank you so much for awarding us this grant. And we look forward to continuing at Little Lambs.
Hi, I'm Corrine Bonema with the Luverne Farmers Market. The University of Minnesota Extension Educators, Minnesota Department of Ag, Minnesota Department of Health, and the Minnesota Farmers Market Association all worked together to come up with safety guidelines for farmers markets in the state of Minnesota. We were able to purchase hand sanitizer, table sanitizers, a small portable table for the hand washing station, paper towels, yellow caution tape, yellow chalk spray. I've had several people come up and say, we feel really safe shopping at the market because we can tell things are planned out and it just feels safe coming down to the market. So we're thankful that these products were available to help us set up the market, help sanitize hands, help sanitize tables. It all was a great, great benefit. And also on the hand washing table, we also had a sign taped as a thank you to Luverne Area Community Foundation. Thanks again for your emergency COVID funding.
This giving year of 2020 has been an interesting one. We've had needs we've never seen before, and it's during this time of acknowledging leadership in the community that we at the Community Foundation are excited to share the following 3 Celebration of Philanthropy awards with you tonight. The Spirit of Philanthropy Award is giving to a living person or persons who has demonstrated outstanding leadership and gifts to the people of Rock County, specifically during this COVID-19 crisis. Pat and Kim Von Tersch are this year's Spirit of Philanthropy Award winners. They have always felt a call to want to support the community, but especially as they watched what was happening to our people and our community during COVID-19, their call to help was heightened. They had concern for finite resources like food, the ag industry, production agriculture. these are areas of passion for them. And when those areas started to be affected, their call to help was heightened even more. The Von Tersches feel like giving back to the community is important because many of us can find ourselves in a time where things are out of our control. And being able to help with gifts and leadership in that area is important to the Von Tersches. And 2020 is a fine example of just that. They acknowledge that we live in a giving community and they want to build on the momentum of sustainable giving and support that has been shown by others. This year in 2020, and especially with COVID-19, the Von Tersches have given in many areas. They gave hand sanitizers to the Luverne Baseball Association so that baseball and softball, kids of all ages and levels could have a safe experience to play this past summer. They gave a gift to Sanford Luverne for oxy monitors. An oxy monitor is something that helps you know that your oxygen levels are in a safe level when you are positive with COVID-19. And patients were able to take those home and make sure that they were okay while they were working through their illness. They put together meat bundles for the Rock County Food Shelf and to give as appreciation gifts to first responders in the area. They were part of a list of businesses and individuals who gave money for the graduating seniors and their 2020 banners that lined our streets in Luverne. They were also involved in many local fundraisers. But one of the most generous things they did through the Community Foundation was their gift to the Community Crisis Fund. You may have heard earlier some of the grants that went out through that fund, things that happened because of COVID-19. And Pat's comment to me was, Emily, if you need anything else, make sure you let us know. So it is these reasons that we are thrilled to honor and recognize Pat and Kim Von Tersch for their selfless giving with the Spirit of Philanthropy Award for 2020. This year's Nonprofit Spotlight Award goes to an outstanding volunteer group that shows exceptional commitment to community through direct involvement and leadership. What a time like 2020 and COVID to need an organization like the Luverne Child Guide program. Connie Connell launched the program after seeing a need for connection between school and community for at-risk youth. It's not intended to work independently, but collaboratively, community, school, volunteers to helping kids and families who are at risk. In its 20th year, Lisa Dinger and an actively engaged board work to connect resources in our community with families and students. Programs like the Backpack Program, Homework Club, Kids in the Commons, the School Supply Distribution Program, Youth Scholarship Program, Book and Buddies, Morning School Greeters, and a mentoring program have deep roots within the Child Guide program. Being part of the community is vital. We have many resources to help students and families. The Child Guide receives confidential referrals and connects the right people and organizations with the needs that are brought to them. It is fully supported by outside funding, but is housed at the Luverne Elementary School. The school offers in-kind services to allow Lisa the best access to children and families. Volunteers and mentors are a core value of the Child Guide program, matching positive relationships and experiences with students. Lisa shares that the needs of kids and families is on an increase with the stress of COVID-19, and she hopes that the Child Guide program can help alleviate some of the stress with the resources they have available. Thank you, Luverne Child Guide, for keeping children and families in the forefront during an especially challenging year. The Outstanding Corporation or Business is an award that recognizes a corporation or business that has created a culture of philanthropy through financial support of organizations, leadership involvement, and volunteer participation and commitment by its workforce in our community. As we continue to reflect on COVID-19, having the correct and up-to-date information for safety and education has been vitally important. The Rock County Star-Herald has been at the forefront of COVID-19 prevention by supporting, promoting, and modeling COVID-19 protocol. Keeping the local public informed and up to date with current COVID-19 testing results has been a high priority, in addition to laboriously working with state, county, local, and school officials to provide weekly updates to the public so we can stay safe and help slow the spread of the virus. A child's insert on hand washing, masks, and what it means to be safe during COVID was inserted in the paper for 4 weeks to educate and calm children that may be afraid of questions that they have. All of these things have made them a local leader for our community during this time. Support of nonprofits and charitable giving now spreads into the private sector during this pandemic. The Rock County Star-Herald manager Rick Peterson states, "We're no different than so many local businesses that step up and help when they can. It's not just doing the right thing, it's more than that. It's a culture of the local businesses doing the right thing." Rick and his staff have supported local businesses and nonprofits with low or no cost advertising spaces during portions of our lockdown period when hours were reduced and in some cases closed for extended periods of time so that businesses could find a way to keep going. Early on during the pandemic, the Star-Herald partnered with the Luverne Area Chamber and KQAD K101 for the Rock Solid We're in This Together radio promotion that sold over $250,000 in local gift cards that went directly to local businesses. The staff members at the Star-Herald are involved in an array of different volunteer organizations. Some include Dollars for Scholars, Alumni News, 4-H, the Palace Theater, Rock County Pheasants Forever, the Luverne Area Community Foundation, the Chamber of Commerce, Community Education, and the Census for 2020, as well as delivering Meals on Wheels. You will always see the employees of the Rock County Star-Herald first in line to role model participation in local activities and events. Rick states that there are a number of ways that you can give and support in so many great ways. You can give financially, you can give of your time, you can give of your talents, but for sure you can give where you live today, tomorrow, and beyond. Thanks again for this evening, for your relationship with us at the Community Foundation, for your gifts, for your time, for clicking the button tonight. Share this with your friends, with your family members. Let them know the good things that we have done together this year at the Luverne Area Community Foundation to help our nonprofits, to help the areas of need to keep our community strong, healthy, and vibrant for future generations. We tip our glass to you. Have a Merry Christmas, a happy holiday, and we look forward to what we will do together in 2021.